here are the other individuals in this particular series.
Yes, whatever the heck.
Work our way down to another edition.
AJ Styles, which I really enjoy.
The Young Bucks. And you have the Bomb Squad 4 live.
Right, we're in the top row of the second tall bookcase.
What is going on, the Bomb Squad? This is your boy, Don the Bomb, and I am back for a very exciting, action-packed video. Well, hopefully it's an exciting, action-packed video for you, but I know I'm going to have some fun with it. So yesterday, June 20th, I went to Toyhio. Toyhio is a toy show that happens 3 times a year in Girard, Ohio, which is very close to Youngstown, about an hour and 20 minutes away from me. I usually go in June. They do have shows in February and in October. At least they have for the last, 4 or 5 years. I try to go to at least the June show. I've been to the October show, I think, a couple of times. But I definitely have to go when it's nice out. I don't want to have to go out there in February where the weather's crappy and cold. And no need for that, especially with that long of a drive. But anyway, took out some money from the bank. Went to Toyhio with my buddy Mark Doomsday, as I usually do, and we had a blast. Because it's so much easier to spend money than it is to make money. They need to fix that. Anyway, I picked up some stuff. I'm probably going to do maybe some unboxings in the near future, but I just wanted to show everybody what I got from Toyhio. Now, I had a lot of items, especially from WWE Mattel, that I've been falling behind on the last, a few months or so, because I refuse to spend $27, $28 at retail. So, I try to do what I can to save money, but when you go to Toyhio, sometimes it's not all about saving money, it's about spending money. So let's see what the fuss is all about and what did I pick up yesterday. All right, I did get some loose stuff, and anybody that watches my figure unboxing know that I am primarily a wrestling figure collector. But if I see something else from Marvel, DC, G.I. Joe, Star Wars that I like, I'll pick it up and add it to my collection, or various movies or shows that I like. But let's start with some loose ones that I got, some loosies. First I believe this is a basic Uncle Howdy, $15. I don't think it's Elite. I guess I have to check it out, but I'm pretty sure it's a basic. I don't have Uncle Howdy yet. I know he has an Ultimate out there and a 3-pack with other Wyatt 6 members, but, this is the look I need. 15 bucks for an Uncle Howdy. He has the coat on, the hat, the mask. That's all I need. Uncle Howdy. And then, one that I was happy to add to my collection, Booker T in his WCW G.I. Bro gimmick. Now, $25, that's about retail price nowadays. But I have not seen this at retail yet, and G.I. Bro. How can you go wrong with G.I. Bro? Has the face paint, the army fatigues. A lot to like with this figure. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, moving right along. Another one I was happy to add to my collection was an Elite Rick Steiner for $15. This was his most recent Elite. I did not pick up his first one that had the, the same Bite Me gimmick, but it was mostly black. It doesn't have the cool jacket that the first one came with, but definitely cool for 15 bucks. I love the red and the orange, the fire colors, and the detail in the boots, so Bite Me. Added that, Rick Steiner. Moving right along, I hated to get into the Micro Brawler game, but yeah, I could only look at them so long and say how cool they are and not actually get some. But I'm not going to go off the rails with the Micro Brawlers, just here and there, people that I like. So what did I get here? Prince Nana. Whatever that dance he does. I don't know what he does, but I do like Prince Nana. Hopefully the AEW Jazzwares will still release the Prince Nana Swerve Strickland 2-pack. We shall see. All right. Still stuck with AEW here. We have the Beast Muertos, also known as Black Taurus. Very cool. I like these toyetic characters. There he is on the back there. These, I believe, were 4 for $20. There's the back of the Prince Nana one. All right. There is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He was actually the inspiration for my short-lived wrestling gimmick back 20-some years ago, Don the Bomb, as this is Atom Bomb, Brian Clark. There he is on the back. This is, I think, an earlier Micro Brawler. And then another one of my favorites, we have the man they call Vader. This is him when he had a little bit of a Darth Vader kind of, well, I guess maybe this is just kind of a merging of the two. I don't know if he ever wore the exact thing, but basically it's Vader in a Darth Vader inspired outfit. And another one of my favorites from back in the day, Hayabusa from Japan. Very toyetic. Has the nice, I guess you could say, Santa Claus inspired outfit. And last but not least, another favorite of mine from back in the day, also from Japan, the Ultimo Dragon. He did have some success in WCW in the late 90s. Very toyetic as well. All right, moving right along. This one table had a bunch of cool little, these are kind of like pop vinyls in a way, but they're not as soft. But I have here Darth Maul, my favorite Star Wars character. He was only $1. Now, they did have another, I think, 12 to 13 other characters. For $1, why did I not pick? I should have picked them all up. I could have had one shelf display with all of them. Stupid, stupid, stupid. What am I doing? Oh, well. But that's pretty cool. Darth Maul. All right, moving right along. We have, let's see, the Legends line, WWE Legends line, British Bulldog from Series 29. This is going to replace my old British Bulldog figure that I believe was the, from probably 2012 or so, where he had the old Heart Foundation gimmick from 1997 when they were heels. So I did get that. From the same series, 29, the best manager of all time and one of the best color announcers or color commentators of all time, which he probably is the best. I mean, I love him. He's awesome. Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's a genius, just like my boy Lanny Poffo. All right, another Legends figure. This is from Series 30. Jesse the Body Ventura. This is his announcer look. Sorry about the glare. All right. Now, these have been tough to come by, and I may have overpaid a little bit, but it's actually cheaper than some of the listings I've seen on eBay. And this is another Wyatt 6 member. Unfortunately, none of them are with WWE anymore, but this is Joe Gacy, 30 bucks. Oh, the other ones I forgot to tell you, those were around the $15 range, the other three. $15 to $17. For $35, which is around retail price, this is the Rey Mysterio. I believe this is from WrestleMania from maybe 3 years ago, 2 years ago, kind of a Great Muta-inspired outfit. Man, sorry about the glare. That's really sucky. Oh, well. Can't win them all, but yeah, very... I always had my eye on this one when it came out last year, whatever. Just haven't pulled the trigger, but after seeing it in person, had to get it. It wasn't something I needed because I already have 6, 7 other Rey Mysterios, and I'm a person that, in my collection, I try to only have one figure per competitor, but when you have a very toyetic look like Rey Mysterio and other guys like Ultimate Warrior and Penta, Rey Fenix, you gotta get more. All right, and going away from wrestling a little bit, when I seen this figure a couple of months ago out there, I had to get this. Even though I'm never gonna watch the movie Supergirl, this is the Jason Momoa Lobo. This is a McFarlane Deluxe theatrical edition, like 2 different heads, and yeah, definitely really cool. This would fit in really good with some of my other figures that I have. There's her there. And I'm going to do some unboxings, probably unbox this one, but yeah. And then last but not least, G.I. Joe. I don't have too many G.I. Joe. The Classified series, which is a really good series. I just wish they were, like Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series. I just wish they were scaled to 7-inch like my wrestlers are so I could display them all together. But I do love the G.I. Joe Classified series, especially the Dreadnoks, because to me, when you look at a Dreadnok, they kind of look like they could be mistaken for as wrestlers. And that's one of the things I do when I buy other figures that aren't wrestling. I try to incorporate them in my wrestling display. And this is Gnaldahide, Gnawdahide. Comes with Pork Belly the boar and Yabo the monkey and a bunch of accessories. Yeah, this was only $20. This is below retail. Couldn't pass that up. Last year I bought from Toyhio the other guy, Road Pig, and he had another animal or pig or whatever with him too, and a lot of accessories. So that's it. So my bank account, credit cards, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun for me to add to my collection, all these things. And like I said, there may be a few unboxings to follow in the next couple of weeks. So hey, Toyhio, 3 times a year in Girard, Ohio. Anyone nearby? Check it out. So, remember these words from your boy, Don the Bomb, through the winding roads of life. And that is, all that glitter isn't gold. I'm out of here.